Turkey Run is a very unique state park in northern Indiana. It's these cool shady glens, it's old growth trees, it's these wonderful eastern hemlock trees gracing cliff sides overlooking beautiful creeks and valleys. And it looks this way because of something that happened a mere 12,000 years ago. That was the end of the time of the last glacier in this part of the state. And when that glacier melted, that stuff that was inside the glacier is now roaring out of the glacier in these torrents of meltwater, running through the cracks in crevices in this Mansfield sandstone and carving out the familiar trail system that we know today. And a man named Salmon Lusk back in 1821 came through here as a scout for William Henry Harrison, trying to find safe passage for the troops from Terre Haute up to the Battle of Tippecanoe. So then when he resigned his commission from the Army, he was paid with a land grant, as many officers were in those days. And then in 1823 came here and bought the first 288 acres of what later became Turkey Run State Park. And we're very lucky because this man was really an early conservationist. It's because of them that we still have old growth trees, and it's because of them this is a park. When he died, the timber buyers of Indiana were coming in force. They wanted to buy Turkey Run and cut down all the trees. A committee headed by Richard Lieber, a commission actually, who was looking into establishing a system of state parks in Indiana. So Richard Lieber came here to see Turkey Run and of course, fell in love with the place, had to have it. And so he initiated a campaign to raise the funds and to get the people of Indiana excited about saving Turkey Run for themselves. These state parks were established not just to conserve land, but to provide a place for people to come to get away from all the struggles and stresses in their lives and to just soak up nature, relax, and pull some peace into themselves. We have a lot of special events coming up at Turkey Run. The first weekend in May is our Welcome Back weekend on all of our state properties. You can participate in hikes and workshops and all kinds of make and take activities to kind of get you back out into nature and ready for the summer. And so I would encourage anyone who can to come out and visit an Indiana state park this year. It doesn't have to be Turkey Run. They are all special in their own unique ways, and it is a renewal place, someplace that you can come and feel better.
Hey guys, what's going on? Christopher Yax here, Aquascapes of Michiana. Get ready to love your backyard. I am here. We have arrived. I am here at Indiana's second oldest state park, Turkey Run. And right here behind me is Aaron Douglas. He is one of the DNR officers here. He is the man who contacted me to be able to put in a pondless waterfall for their bird sanctuary here. And I'm gonna flip you guys around and we're gonna talk to Aaron real quick. You and I have been emailing back and forth and all that kind of stuff, getting this whole thing set up, but why don't you go ahead and tell my subscribers what was going on before you decided to get in contact with me?
Yeah, so I started working here about 4 years ago. Part of my responsibilities is the nature center, and that includes the bird area that you mentioned. And one of the issues we ran into was the pond kept having leaks and leaks and leaks to it, and we just always kind of had to add water. And as time went by, it was one of those projects where you just kept putting off, and then finally I decided, you know what, let's tackle it in 2020. Let's finally get around to it. And we got a new liner, and we still had leaking issues. And then I realized that I was way over my head. I needed help on a project. So
needed some expertise.
Help.
I got it.
Yeah, and then luckily you guys came along, and it was kind of a match made in heaven. You guys were very willing to help, and then you guys know way more than I will ever know about ponds and aquascapes.
Hey, that works for me. I mean, sometimes, people want to do it themselves. They want to save money and they want to have the experience themselves, but they get in over their head, and that is no fault of their own. It's just sometimes it is better to know when you need to call in an expert than it is just to keep going and going and going, and then by the time you get done with it, you're like, holy crap, what have I done? So kudos to you, Aaron, and everybody here at Turkey Run Park for giving us a call. Yes, I was actually here in July. I saw them taking it apart, and I just kind of left my card, and I was just like, hey, this is what I do for a living. If you guys need any help or want to set something up to where we kind of make this donation and a training for me and one other company around here, that'd be great. 2 weeks later, I'm running a skid steer in Indianapolis on a rec pond project, and it was this guy right here saying, what do we have to do to make this happen? Let's do it. So that's kind of how this whole thing got started, and we are here and we are going to get this thing done. So hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to get started. We're going to start getting things unloaded, and we're going to get this thing going. So hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, Christopher Yax here, Aquascapes of Michiana. Good morning. We are starting a new project today here at Turkey Run State Park. I came here personally with my family, 4th of July week. We went camping. We love camping. Came out here, decided to try a new state park, and we visited their nature center while we were here. And there's this bird watching area in the back, this room you can go in, great big windows, and you can sit down and just kind of watch the birds interact and stuff like that. And when I was here, this is what I found. Yes, that is what looks like a pondless waterfall. Looks like they've tried, well, from what they've told me, they've tried twice, have failed miserably, and they need help. So I dropped my cart off at the front. As you can kind of see in here, they kind of got the pit. They've got a biofalls up there. They got electrical in the wrong spot. There's actually a pipe that they almost broke right there. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and build them a cool, awesome pondless waterfall. We're gonna move the basin a little bit and some stuff like that. I want to make it a little bit bigger, make it a little bit longer, so that way they can get some really cool sound out of this thing. But this is what we've got. So we've got these great big windows here. These are where a lot of people, and there's actually people in there right now looking at the birds, as you can see. But we got a lot of people in there. A lot of people come by. They like to see the birds. Waterfalls attract nature. Nature begets nature here. And so we are going to go ahead and tear all this out. Well, what they haven't already torn out. So we got birds flying all over the place. Bird feeders everywhere. We've already talked about all the bird seed. So they know. But we got a lot of squirrels around here, just a lot of nature right here in this back corner. So we are going to take this area and make it absolutely amazing. So stay tuned on this project, guys. This is going to be a really cool project. This is actually one that I'm doing for free, other than the cabin. So I mean, this is completely free to them because I want this place to have, you know, a water feature as it should be, not something that's halfway done by people who just don't know what they don't know. The DNR team here was trying to do this waterfall, so I mean, it's you know, it's nothing against them, but they got in over their head, and even Mr. Douglas said, yep, we needed help, and as soon as I saw your card, that's why I called you. So kudos to the DNR team here at Turkey Run State Park for knowing that they needed help and getting in contact with a master certified aquascape contractor. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get to work. See ya. Hey, what's going on, guys? Christopher Yax here, Aquascapes of Michiana. Get ready to love your backyard. Yeah. We are just after lunch, and we got the basin in behind me, starting our ascent upstream. Andrew just broke one of my tools, so he's going back to his truck to get a replacement for that. He's incorrigible.
You are incorrigible.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
Kind of show you guys what's going on here. Well, there's Andrew breaking my tools over there. We got 2 large aqua blocks because that's what they had here. Andrew brought a small aqua block. I brought in the vault. Not a very large basin, but we are going to put an autofill on this thing, so not really worried about it. Everything, as you guys can kind of see, we got some big hills, so this thing overflows if it shuts off or anything like that. It's not going to go in the house, it's going to go that way. We got plenty of space. I'm not really worried about flooding anything. And this, we're kind of working with what we already got, and just kind of bringing in the correct pieces to correct the whole system. Trying to be budget conscious. Other people here at the state park, but we got our liner in. This is just the start. You can kind of see our mounds of dirt over here. We got our excavator here. We're gonna use that dirt, kind of build it up as we want. And then we're gonna try and take, if we've got the materials for it, I mean, we're gonna make this thing as long and as big as the materials that we've brought allow us to. That's kind of our plan. You know, like I said, one of my big sayings in ponds and stuff like that, nothing is set in stone until the stone is set. Or, you know, nothing is set in stone until it's set in stone. So, oh, hey, little guy. There's a little squirrel with half a tail following us around. We're gonna try and get back to here with this and kind of meander it around. We've got plenty of dirt back there, as you guys can see. That right there is probably only about half of what I got back there. So we got plenty of dirt to work with, all that kind of stuff. I think we got plenty of liner. I think we got another 15 by 38 Andrew bought. I got another 15 by 25 that was a remnant off another project earlier this year. So we're gonna try and get it all the way back to the back of that pile. We're getting our plumbing in right now. We're cutting 2 holes because we're actually gonna put 2 pumps in here. We got a 5 PL and a 3 PL that are gonna go back here. And we're gonna take our plumbing out and out that way and plug her all in. So that's kind of what we got done after lunch. We're really we're not rushing. We're not going super crazy on this. We're not trying to get this built in a day. You know, we're both on vacation, just kind of doing this at our leisure. So we're just kind of relaxing, chilling out, doing our thing. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. See ya.
Does everybody know what time it is?
Okay, Andrew, what are you doing?
Making the camper stick-proof.
What is that? What do you mean?
So the mud doesn't stick to it anymore.
So you're talking about that mud, which is kind of a mix of clay and sand.
Yep, will not stick to the tamper.
It won't stick to the tamper. And how are you doing that?
I put a piece of underlayment on there and tied a string around it so it's not...
Normally you use zip ties though, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, zip ties are a lot faster.
Yeah. Instead we're using marking string.
Stick free.
Stick free, look at that. Huh, who'd have thought?